Good morning. I'm Annie Kennedy, the Chief of Policy, Advocacy, and Patient Engagement at the EveryLife Foundation. We wanted to provide you with just a brief update this morning as to a milestone in the PDUFA process that many of you have been engaged in with us for the last 2 years. Many of you know that the Prescription Drug User Fee Act is a critically important resource to the FDA, but also to patient communities who depend on FDA's infrastructure and resources to ensure that the promise of our pipelines are transformed into therapies. As many of you know, PDUFA is reauthorized every 5 years. And leading up to the PDUFA reauthorization, many of us are engaged very intensely with our elected officials, with the FDA, and with the regulated trade industries that are part of the negotiations to ensure that the priorities of our patient community are reflected in the legislative proposal that ultimately is passed into law. We are so grateful to the patient community, to all of the advocates who participated in Rare Disease Week and Rare Across America in past years, for ensuring that the priorities of our community would be reflected in what's now referred to as PDUFA 7, or the current PDUFA cycle. The current update is that just last week, we saw the first draft legislation that came from the House of Representatives. The Help Committee and the Senate will soon be releasing their draft. Today's milestone is that the draft that's coming from the House is being reviewed or marked up. We look forward to the coming days and weeks where we will see the Senate version. We are thrilled to see that many of the priorities of the rare disease community were reflected in the House version of the bill that was released last week. Many of those priorities include protecting and strengthening the accelerated approval pathway, facilitating earlier engagement between payers and regulators, and an emphasis on small populations within clinical trials. While we're disappointed that all of the elements of the STAT Act, and very importantly, a Rare Disease Center of Excellence, or the establishment of an advisory committee in rare disease, were not yet incorporated into the draft, we know that there will be many opportunities for continued engagement between our community and those who are drafting the legislation. We will continue to come back to you and provide you with updates as to what's happening as the bills progress, as the markups continue, and as we continue to engage. What we can share is that we will be posting content about the highlights of what's contained in these bills, about opportunities for engagement on our website, through our DLA, and through Community Congress. We also will be posting information about where you can watch the markups and the hearings as they evolve over the coming weeks and months. And the most important way to continue to engage is to participate in Rare Across America. So please visit our website to register in Rare Across America and continue to ensure that our elected officials understand that 30 million Americans are depending on them to make sure that our priorities are reflected in this critically important landmark legislation that changes our lives. Thank you for being a part of our community and ensuring that our voices are heard every day.